Hello and welcome back to another video from Average FPL. We're just going to have a little preview of Game Week 11. My team following on from the wildcard, the second week after wildcarding, how it's looking, and yeah, potential fixtures and changes going forward. So the main thing really to start with for Game Week 11 is that it's an early deadline. I think it's about 6:30 on Friday. So that's really important to get your team in order for then. Hopefully, if you didn't know and this has reminded you, that's a good thing. But yeah, week kicks off with Southampton, Aston Villa, so nothing really there for me. Happy with my team going into it actually. I'm not going to make any more transfers. I've decided to start Mason Mount. He's only out because of illness. Um, and I swapped my bench around. Matt Loughton did amazing last week, but he hardly ever scores or assists. So to get that in each game, I feel like that is sort of him done, probably for the season now. And I've made Manquillo first bench, Brighton away. So if Mason Mount doesn't play, I get Manquillo on, who's I feel like has obviously got a better fixture than Burnley have. We've got Chelsea away, but yeah, defensively, Chilwell with Burnley, Alexander Arnold with West Ham and Henry with Norwich. I got Henry in with his Norwich fixture in mind. At home to Norwich, you'd like to think he'd maybe keep a clean sheet. I've also got Timo Pukki in as a sort of insurance policy. If Norwich don't, sorry, if Brentford don't keep a clean sheet, then it'll hopefully be Pukki that scored for Norwich, and then I'll sort of get some insurance points through that. One potential change I'm thinking I could make is maybe Son as vice rather than De Bruyne, but really I'm thinking, Salah will probably play against West Ham, so really that's kind of irrelevant. And yeah, the other two strikers, Hwang Hee-chan with Crystal Palace. Um, like I said before, Tony at home to Norwich. I think I've got some good fixtures here. I think my team's looking quite strong. I'm hoping for one of those big weeks this week. I feel like this is one of the weeks where I could get returns from a few different places. Really, the strikers all have fixtures where I think they could score in. Defenders have fixtures which you wouldn't be surprised if they got clean sheets in, and the midfielders have got favourable fixtures as well, especially if Mason Mount plays at home to Burnley. So yeah, um, looking at possible captaincies around the rest of the league, you might be looking at captaining maybe someone like Aubameyang against Watford, quite a good fixture to captaincy him on, or someone like Jamie Vardy, Leicester away at Leeds. Leeds been struggling defensively. I would say that's sort of the other main options you'd be looking at the moment. What with injuries to people like Lukaku, still I think you know there's not really many other captaincy options that would stand out. Sure, you've got fixtures you could target, but in terms of the guaranteed big hit players, not really many going on. Man United versus Man City is the headline game of the week, and really, if I have De Bruyne, but really, I'm not worried about not owning anyone for that fixture. I think that fixture could be 0-0 or it could be 3-3. But even if there's a goals there, um, it's really hard to predict who's going to score for either of those teams. And defensively, I wouldn't want to bank on keeping any clean sheets. So yeah, that's quite a straightforward game week for me going into it. Definitely going to roll a transfer over, um, and yeah, probably just going to leave it like it is. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm missing anything, um, or if you're making any changes to your team as well, where you're going to go with it. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.